Cuse Countdown here at the Mello Center, breaking down Syracuse's matchup with Notre Dame on Monday night. I'm Heather Prusak alongside Evan Weston. And Evan, nasty loss at Pitt yesterday, the 65-55 loss at the Peterson Events Center. The last time that Syracuse was able to beat Pittsburgh in back-to-back seasons, you'd have to go all the way back to this championship year. So what's your biggest takeaway from the loss yesterday?
Well, Heather, they're down to 7 players now with the absence of James Sutherland for suspension and Dajuan Coleman with that knee injury, and it's really starting to hurt them. Sutherland's out, and that means Trevor Cooney has to play more time. 17 minutes on the floor against Pitt, didn't take a shot, and he can't really play defense. Meanwhile, Rakeem Christmas and Bikeda are playing 40 minutes between the two of them. They're tired and they're depleted. And
Dajuan Coleman not expected to come back for another 4 weeks. But going over to the guy that took his place in yesterday's game, Jeremy Grant got his first college start. The freshman forward got a lot of minutes yesterday. You saw that. Only had 5 points. But a familiar face for Jeremy will be on the other side. That's his brother, Jaron Grant. He's a junior guard there. And I spoke to Jeremy after the Pittsburgh game, and he said he's just really excited to get out there and play his brother for the first time in college. But now going back to that Notre Dame squad, who's one guy that you're really looking out for in the matchup against Syracuse?
Well, you know what? It's actually Jaron Grant. The team tends to live or die with his three-point shooting. If you look across Big East play, when Jaron Grant shoots 50% or above from 3, Notre Dame wins comfortably. When he doesn't, they cut it close against really bad teams, overtime against DePaul, 3-point win against Rutgers, or they lose outright. This is a team that lost to St. John's, lost to UConn, who has nobody left with their academic violations. So it's been up and down, and they live and die with Jaron Grant's three-point shooting.
And you saw that Notre Dame 79-71 overtime win against DePaul, so a close run for the Irish. But going back to the Syracuse side of things, struggling lately, they lost back-to-back games, back-to-back road games especially. So what's something that this team really needs to fix, especially going into this Notre Dame game?
Well, back in the non-conference when they were blowing people out, Michael Carter-Williams was passing, penetrating, and dishing. Ever since the Temple game, Michael Carter-Williams has decided that he has to score every basket. His shooting percentages have been dreadful in Big East play, and his assist numbers are down and his turnovers are up. He's been really an abject disaster in Big East play. He has to stop thinking that he needs to take it to the basket, use C.J. Fair, use Brandon Trish, get those scorers involved a little bit.
So, Evan, what's one X factor for this game that you're looking out for then?
Well, I can't believe I haven't mentioned him yet, but Jack Cooley, the center for Notre Dame, Big East Player of the Year candidate, had 26 and 16 against DePaul in that overtime win. He's basically the entire team. And it's not so much Cooley's production, because he's going to get his points and his rebounds, but it's how Notre Dame can get the ball to him. Syracuse has to trap Notre Dame's guards, especially Grant, and keep the ball away from Cooley inside, because they have no one to defend him.
So then, Evan, what's your final score? What's your prediction for this game?
You know what? Back in the Dome, I'm going to trust Syracuse's defense. Give me the orange, 66-61.
Well, we'll have to see what happens. Thank you so much, Evan. For Evan Weston, I'm Heather Prusak. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it right here at sportsblog.citrustv.net for all of your coverage of Syracuse basketball.